It's good to be here. It's good to be out of the house. I love being out of the house because I'm losing my mind. I am surrounded by women in my house. It's all estrogen in my house. Yeah, I got 2 daughters. I got a wife. She's a she, her. Just want to let you know that right off the bat. Like, the plumbing matches the pronouns, if you know what I'm talking about. If you go in the basement, it's what you'd expect. I got a mother-in-law who stays with me, a female dog. There's just too much estrogen in my house. I'm losing it. My testosterone levels are dangerously low right now. I'm losing it, dude. I understand what happened to Bruce Jenner. It's a slow process. It just kind of starts out that way, then you're crying at commercials. I put a tampon in my asshole. It's starting to get... At this point, I want my wife to cheat on me. That's what I want her to do. I want her to cheat on me and then ask the guy she's banging to move into the house just so I can have a guy to talk to. That would be nice. Just to have a guy around to watch football and be like, can you believe they passed on that running play? That's crazy, Daniel. Nice to have the help, too. Dan, I know you're banging my wife, but you mind picking up my daughter from dance class at 3 p.m.? That'd be... You know what they say, it takes a village of guys banging your wife to raise a child. Oh, man, I don't know. My daughter's 1. She's 1.5. You know? Yeah, thank you. And I feel like we're doing too much for her, to be honest with you. We're doing too much. She's 1. She has no idea where she is. She's never going to remember it. Does anyone remember when they were 1? So what's the point? Why am I doing anything for her? Why am I dressing as a bubble guppy on Halloween? Embarrassing myself in front of other adults for someone who doesn't even know what's happening. Can't I just do things for me and then when she gets older tell her she had a really lit childhood? What's the difference? Can't I just put on Monday Night Football and tell her it's Frozen? She doesn't know. I'm like, look, sweetheart, there's Princess Elsa. She's on the 4-yard line. Look at her go. Yeah, Elsa's a big black guy. It's 2025. Get used to it. You're gonna be hearing a lot of that at school. Now, come on, sweetheart. We gotta root for Elsa, because Daddy's got a lot of fucking money on Elsa, so we gotta beat these saint princesses by 5.5. Making my daughter wasn't as easy as I thought it was gonna be, you know? A planned pregnancy, it's not sexy. It's creepy. It's creepy sex. It's like a science experiment. Oh, it's awful. I think the worst sex I had with my wife in my entire life was making my kids, you know? One day they're gonna hear that joke at some point. Oh, I don't think my wife shaved her legs all year reading fertility books. Just obsessed. First of all, I didn't know women are only fertile 5 days out of the month. Did you guys know that? Yeah. Well, you keep that from us for as long as possible. I just thought there was always a chance you could get pregnant. I had no idea it was only 5 days. That would have been nice to know in high school and college, you know? Like, if I would have known that then, I would have just been checking the calendar and blowing loads in every single girl. It's November 5th. Daddy's staying warm till the end tonight. I'm keeping the noodle in the soup. Baby, it's cold outside. 5 days. Come on, let us go raw daddy a little bit more. Check the calendar. What are you scared of, AIDS? They cured AIDS in Denmark. I'm more scared of bed bugs than I am AIDS at this point. I see a little piece of sock lint on your bed. I'm like, what's that? Get the microscope. Google it. Google it. Google it. 5 days. That's it. That's all. And on those 5 days, you're trying to make a kid, you got to perform. No matter what you're going through. You got to clock in, go to work. And I think women just think we're always in the mood. Like, that's all we think about is sex. That's not true. We're people too, okay? Like, sometimes we can't do it. Like, what if I already jerked off 4 times that day? What am I supposed to do? I'm a Tesla on empty. You got to take me to a charging station. And Can't get you pregnant with dust and air. Just... Oh, it was awful. I used to sneak home every night, late at night, just hoping my wife wasn't ovulating, you know? I felt like Al Bundy and Married with Children, just... I remember the night we made our daughter. I remember that fateful night. I came home, my wife just kicked open the bedroom door, all business in a Hillary Clinton pantsuit, you know, like, you know, a thermometer hanging out of her mouth, a stopwatch. Felt like I was at a wrestling practice. She had 107 fever. She's like, put it in me right now, put it in. And I was like, oh my God. It was all sweaty and fevery. I felt like we were banging in South Florida in the middle of August. She had no expression on her face, just looking at me, yanking me into her with every thrust, just like she was milking a goat. Just, come on. Dead behind the eyes, all business. I felt like I was fucking Jeffrey Dahmer, just... Come on, give me the juice. Give me the juice. Never felt so used in my entire life. Then when I was done, she just kicked me off of her like I was a comforter in the middle of June. Rolled her legs over her head and started doing like a pinball machine motion, like she was helping the sperm get up there, like... Bing, 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 bing. Hopped off the bed, did a handstand on the wall, like... I was like, what are you doing? Either Michael Phelps made it or he didn't, you know? Like, I don't think doing a TikTok challenge in the bedroom is gonna change anything. Awful. And then making our second daughter was even harder because I'm gay, so that kind of got in the way of everything. I was like, I can't do this! I can't keep pretending. Okay, fine, one more time. Okay, go. John Stamos. Uncle Jesse. Is there anything funnier than a guy with a full family and kids in the closet? In this day and age, it's like, what are you doing, dude? This is your time. Be gay. I got a gay brother. He was gay in the 1970s when you couldn't be gay. Now if you're not gay, it's fucking gay. You know, like... Young kids like, well, you only have sex with women? What are you, a fucking homo, dude? What? I had sex with a she-them today. I had sex with a nosotros vosotros. It was a Spanish non-binary mixed plural woman. But I love those gay guys. I usually see them in the South. They're around where y'all are around, you know? They're always in the South, those guys. I was in Georgia doing a show recently. I met one. That's what I'm talking about. You know those guys? You know those guys I'm talking about? You know these Southern guys? They want you to believe that their whole persona is just Southern. This is how all Southerners are, y'all. I got my upside down Southern limp hand just always flopping around. Y'all love football? I love football, y'all. Those are my wives. Those are my kids. We go to Joel Osteen's church. I am so fucking straight, y'all. I am so fucking straight. I'm fucking straight. Fucking straight. You ask for directions, they always upside down. You make a left. Make a left. Make a right and a left. Those are the guys who always teach gay conversion therapy. It's like the same guy. It's never just like a masculine guy. Like, what's up, man? You struggling with gay thoughts? All right, come on in, man. We'll fucking toss the football around and figure it out, you know? It's always some guy like, ah! You want to be straight just like me? Come on in my office, Randall. Now take all your clothes off. Yeah, that's part of the therapy. Now I'm gonna put my hand on your penis. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move it just like so. And I want you to fight back, Randall. Fight back. Think of your wife, Randall. Repeat after me, Lord Jesus. Please stop making dick so delicious. Did I say that? Oh my God, did I say that? I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't know. I digress. No, making the second kid was harder than the first kid because of the first kid. Any parent knows. You know, if you're watching a 2-year-old all day, it's hard to find time to have sex with your wife to make another child. You can't look away for 1 second. When you're watching a child, you got to keep this child alive at all times, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You got to keep them alive. And I'm convinced all 2-year-olds are suicidal. They're trying to kill themselves. I don't know what my daughter went through in the womb, but she's trying to end it every single day. She's like, stairs? I'm definitely flying down those head first. Oh, frozen piece of dog shit? That looks like a chocolate icy pop. I'm gonna put that right in my mouth. I feel like I'm working at the suicide hotline all day. Put it down, don't do it. Life's worth living, you're only fucking 2. Give it a chance. It's tiring, you can't look away for a moment. That's why Elmo is so important to parents. Thank God for Elmo. Oh, you gotta get something done, you just put Elmo on. I don't know what it is about that eunuch puppet that just locks those kids in. As soon as he hits that high note, it's Elmo's word. The kid just turns into the Manchurian Candidate. Puppet could say anything, like, go kill the president. Baby be like, I gotta go kill the president. There's no time. Gotta watch them at all times. It's horrible. It's crazy. Sometimes, you know, I'm home alone because my wife has to go to like CVS or something. It's just me and my daughter. You know how many times I've been alone with my daughter and I've had to take a shit? Can't just leave her in the living room. She'll swallow a Lego, you know? You know how many times I've had to just bring my daughter into the bathroom with me and just sitting there awkwardly staring at each other. You know how many times I've had to hotbox my own 2-year-old baby girl? Just sitting there, tucking my penis between my legs, playing dad high five while shits are just kerplunking into the water. She's like, dad high five. I'm giving her a high five, kerplunk. Dad high five. My penis pops up, she fucking looks at it, I hide it again. Now I'm paranoid she's gonna grow up, go to some ultra-liberal private school, have a random memory of my penis out of nowhere, come down with all her friends and protest all my comedy shows. Just, my daddy was Woody Allen! It's like, no, sweetheart, your mommy went to the store and I had to take a shit, okay? Like, can't shit with my pants on. There's no time. There's no time to do anything. Nothing. Yeah. The only time me and my wife had to make our second daughter was during my daughter's nap time. That's the only time you can do anything when you're a parent, is when your kid's asleep. My daughter's nap time is between 12:30 and 2:45 in the afternoon. Is there a less sexy time of day to have sex with your wife than 1:12 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon with your daughter sleeping on a night vision camera right by the bed? You're trying to fuck, but you feel like a DEA agent on a stakeout, running surveillance on your daughter like she's a mob boss at a social club. Isn't that great? Mid-afternoon sex, all bloated after lunch. Like, baby, as soon as I polish off this cheeseburger and fries, I'm gonna tear that pussy up, baby, I say. You mind putting Judge Judy on in the background so I can finish? I can't come unless General Hospital's credits are rolling. I like a good mid-afternoon lay. It's tough being a dad with a daughter, man, and, you know, being alone with her. I hate when I'm alone with her and we go out to like the mall or something and she's gotta go pissy, you know? and it's just me and her. This happened to me in a Dick's Sporting Goods the other day. Society's just not ready for dads with daughters in this situation. My daughter was like, Daddy, I gotta go pissy. We're in Dick's. I look up, there's only a male and female bathroom, right? This is a situation. I'm not ready for it. So I just looked at her and I went, go in your pants, baby. Just go in your pants and you're gonna be wet for a couple hours. But I can't take her to the women's bathroom. I'm a man. That's inappropriate. I can't take her to the men's bathroom. There's guys in there. That's gross. And there's piss everywhere. Not happening. You know? It's a tough thing. But what you do, you know, if you're a dad with a daughter, you know, you got to rush her into the women's. Rush her in. That's the only thing you can do. But even the walk to the women's bathroom is awkward. You know, the whole time I was walking with my daughter to the bathroom, I told her, just keep calling me daddy, baby. Say, this is my father. Repeat after me. I am related to this man, everybody. This is not a stranger who's kidnapped me and is escorting me into a private room. And then when you get there, you know, you got to make sure there's no women in the bathroom. That's the first thing. If you open it and you see women, you got to just pretend like you're a migrant Venezuelan custodian. Just, no, Donald Trump is not good. Wait for them to leave, and then you got to rush her in quick and just make her piss as fast as possible and hope nobody comes in. So I just got her in there, got her ready, put her on the toilet, and I was like, piss, 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 push it out, piss, 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 piss. Then I heard like 3 women come in and I just fucking panicked, right? Because I'm not supposed to be in there, so I just hopped up on the toilet over her head, just like that. The women are in there and she goes, ow, you're hurting me. And I went, fuck. So then I just pretended to be her mom, and I was like, you're doing good, baby. Mommy loves you. Get all the pissy out. And she was like, oh, get off me, daddy. These women open this door. This is not a good look, just kneeling over the head of a 3-year-old girl. There's all this talk about adding bathrooms for non-binary people. Can we add one fucking daddy-daughter bathroom to every place? You can have somebody out there check an ID. Just right on there, the gender is, this is my daughter and I'm not a pedophile. That would be helpful. Makes you a big fan of the Me Too movement, though, having a daughter. Big fan of the Me Too movement. I love Me Too. I love the power to just be able to ruin a guy if he hurts my daughter, you know? Yeah. I love it. Somebody cheats on her in high school. I'm not going out of the high school to get beat up by some high school football player who knows jujitsu, you know? No. You hurt my daughter, make her cry, your whole family's going into a lower income bracket. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. Yeah. Amber Heard is more of a personal hero to me. She showed us how far we could take it, ladies. I like to call her the architect. Not Karl Rove, it's Amber Heard. She set the blueprint. My daughter comes home crying like, my boyfriend cheated on me. I'm gonna go, shh. He cheated on you? He hit you too, though, didn't he? He hit you. Now go in your bedroom and punch yourself in the face 7 times. We're taking generational wealth away from this family. When we're done, they're gonna have to move from Austin to San Antonio. That's what they're gonna have to do. Going into a different real estate financial situation. Moving to the great city of San Antonio. Yeah, with the beautiful Riverwalk. You wanna see diarrhea floating in a man-made river and beautiful sights to look at like a Best Western sign. That's the city for you. If you want to go look at a rock wall, the Alamo's great. You stand online for 12 hours to look at a fucking rock wall. I love San Antonio. Beauty city. I go like this. I go like Paris, San Antonio, like right underneath San Antonio, Paris. I got a whole nother life now. It's a whole nother life. It's weird being a family guy, being a comedian. And I just, everything's different. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York my whole life. You know, grew up very liberal, left wing. My mother was a human rights lawyer. And now I live in this like well-to-do country town, small town. It's very different. Nobody prepares you for that switch. Nobody prepares you for the transition. I had no idea. When you move to the country, you just morph into a Republican. I had no idea. I had no clue. You have no control over it. It just happens. Most of it's cultural. You can't stop it. It starts with a Ring camera. That's how it starts. That's the gateway drug to voting to the right. You start looking at that thing all day, just looking at it. You see something move, you're like, get the gun, shoot, shoot, shoot. Shoot, something's on my property, goddammit, get the gun. Shoot, something's on my fucking property! And then once you utter the word property, you're a full-blown right-wing Republican. It's a Republican word, it's a Republican concept. That's what Republicans care about. They care about their property. Get your fucking tree branch off my property, Bill. All right, your cat ran on my property again. It's within my right to kill your cat. Keep running your mouth over there. Run your mouth over there, because as soon as you cross this line, you on the United States of me, motherfucker. I'll blow your head off. Keep your cat off my fucking property. It's a Republican word, property. Liberals got different words like rent. That's a big one, rent. Landlord. They measure things in square footage. Republicans got acres and property. And they want everything off, away. Away. That's the difference between liberals and conservatives. Conservatives want things away, less, get it away. Government, get away from my house, away, away. Migrants, put them in a catapult, fucking shoot them right over the wall. Get them away from my property, stay away from my property. And liberals want everything in, more government. We should all work for the government. My house should be a government building. We should all be government employees. It's never enough government. Migrants, come live in my house. I'll hide you in the basement and give you papers, whatever you need. Criminal robbing me on the street. But how has society failed you? That's the bigger question. Republicans are like, don't tread on me. Liberals are like, tread on me. Tread all over my face. I want you to tread in my mouth, tread on my fucking... I'm gonna tread on my... And tread on my fucking... Just tread all over me and just fucking tread it. Keep treading on me. That's what I learned. Everything's away. That's why I think so many like working class Italian Americans are Republican. You know those guys you know what I'm talking about? Like guys like in Brooklyn, you know what I'm talking about? Like Ozone Park kind of guys. Because the Italians like, get the fuck out of my neighborhood. Get out of my, they always want, get out of my neighborhood. It's not your neighborhood, it's my neighborhood. Get out of my neighborhood. Even when you say something an Italian doesn't believe, you ever notice he's like, get the fuck out of here. How funny would it be if aliens invaded an Italian neighborhood? They'd just be shooting at it like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of my fucking neighborhood. Go back to your own fucking neighborhood. Look at these fucking sky Chinese are trying to talk to my sister. Look at these fucking Skynese with their fucking walks. Get the fuck out of here. Get away from my sister. If you don't think there's some Italian somewhere in Brooklyn who's nicknamed Gray Alien Sky Chinese, you got another thing coming. And I had no idea that you needed a gun. I had no idea. You need a gun. Yeah, you need it. No, like you need it. You need it like a broom or like a mop. Or like a toilet. A faucet. You need it like a faucet. I had no idea. Most people in the city, they don't understand. They don't know. they don't know that like most of the country is all these small towns. And in all these small towns, nobody knew, and I didn't know, the cops close at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. They close. You become the cops at 2:01 p.m. in the afternoon. They close. They're open all morning. You know, when the crime rate is 0.007%, they're wide awake in case a cat fight gets out of hand or your grandmother's douche gets caught in her asshole and there's a septic emergency. They're all over it. But at night, when like murderers and burglars are out, you gotta call some state trooper. That's how it works. Call state trooper, he's like watching the whole state. He's sitting on the side of the highway, never heard of your town. You gotta call him up from a landline because you get no cell service. You gotta give him directions while someone's breaking in. You're like, hurry it up, man, somebody's breaking into my farm. Where do I live? Okay, you know where Lake Tonkahonka is? Yeah, what you're gonna do is go about 20 miles past Tonkahonka. You're gonna see a bunch of horses there. There's a tree, lightning struck a tree, half a tree there. Yeah, there's a path behind that tree, right there. Now, that's what I need you to get on foot. Get out of the car, get on foot. I need you to follow that path all the way down to the river. There's a canoe waiting for you on the riverbank. Can you hurry it up? Because he's choking me right now. He's on top of me. No, I'm a liberal from New York. I'm trying to fend him off with a wooden kitchen spoon. I would never have a firearm. I got a wooden kitchen spoon. And when the cops show up, can you please make sure every officer's from a diverse ethnicity? I want everyone equally represented. Can I get 2 women? Make them all women. I want all women cops to show up. You need a gun. I had no idea. But I also understand why, like, not everyone in dense cities can have guns. It's all relative. We never think about the other side. Like, can you imagine everybody had a concealed carry in New York City on the subway during rush hour? Like, everyone's packed in, one argument breaks out, everyone pulls. It ends like a Quentin Tarantino movie, you know, just end of Reservoir Dogs, Mr. Pink, Mr. Black. And plus, you need a gun for the animals. Nobody tells you about the animals out there. Nobody told me they're dicks. Nobody told me I was going to be living with psychopathic, murdering animals. Coyotes and foxes and bears. I'm used to squirrels and dogs and cats. I go to bed every night listening to first-degree coyote murder. They just murder every single night. They've never heard of habeas corpus. They don't know anything about individual rights or John Locke or Rousseau. It's just the law of the jungle out there. There's bears. There's a bear where I live. I've never seen a scarier thing than a full-grown bear. This bear is like 7 feet tall, 800 pounds. And when I first saw it, I almost moved. I almost was left. I was like, I didn't know Chewbacca was going to be walking around out here. They walk like a human, like, I'm rummaging around my garbage at 2 a.m, you know? But everybody always tells me, they go, don't worry, you don't have to worry about the bear. You don't have to worry. Don't worry, because the bear is actually more scared of humans than we are of the bear. You heard that? Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I'm not 100% on board with that. I'm not sure if you've ever seen a bear. I don't think the bear is sneaking around my garbage at 2 a.m. Because it's scared my 5'1", 110-pound wife might be outside. You're like, oh my God, I'll come back later. I don't know she was out there. Like, bear's not scared of us at all. I hate to break it to you. That's just a lie people say. You know what the bear's scared of? Our guns. It knows we might have a gun. Same reason why you don't see bucks. They know. They're not scared of us. Before guns, you think they were hiding? No, they just come out and go, fuck you, chase me. And we're Before guns, when bears were hungry, you think they snuck around the garbage? No. When a bear was hungry before guns, he would just come to your house, break your door down with one paw, just smash it down, and then it would fuck your wife right in front of you, just right in the and then it would look at you and say, "Make me an omelet, bitch," and then you'd have to cook the bear an omelet, and then it fucked you in the ass after that, just, and I was like, "I'm coming back tomorrow, I want spaghetti and meatballs, bitch." And then at some point, you know, in the late 1600s, we finally blew a bear's head clean off. The word spread in the bear community. They had a meeting, and they're like, "All right, it was a good run. It was a good run. It was a good 40,000-year run, but they figured something out. We lost Steven today. Steven got his face blown off. They fucking shot something, and we're on garbage duty from here on. You want to avoid those things. They get some magic fire stick that changes the balance of power." What I'm trying to say, guys, is you can't fuck them anymore. It was a lot of fun, but a lot of dangerous animals out there. But nobody told me the animal I had to be most scared of in the country was a skunk. Nobody told me there was a tiny little animal that had a World War I level chemical weapon in its asshole that could fire invisible shit lasers up to 15 feet with sniper-like precision and ruin your entire life with a smell you will never get rid of and will haunt your dreams. It never goes away. You can't get rid of it. That whole tomato juice thing is a complete myth. There's no truth to it. You talk to any skunk expert, they'll tell you. They'll be like, "What happened? Your dog got sprayed by a skunk?" You gotta kill your dog, man. Put your dog down. The skunk won. Probably the best defense mechanism I've ever seen in nature. It's crazy. You know the less than 4% of skunks get killed by predators? Nobody kills them. You ever seen one? They're helpless. They're otherwise helpless. Looks like a fat black goth squirrel. It looks like they can't run. They just saunter around 1 mile an hour, all arrogant, because they know nothing's gonna fuck with it, because they're strapped at all times. They're basically the NRA card-carrying Republicans of animals. Animal comes to kill it, skunk's just like, "I wouldn't fucking do that if I was you, dog. Welcome to Texas. We do things a little different around here." Skunk's like, "Fuck around, fuck around, fuck around. Fuck around, fuck around. Try it, fuck around. Fuck around." The best defense mechanism I've ever seen. It's crazy. My dog took a skunk nut straight to the face. We just moved up there. She had no frame of reference for this animal. She grew up her whole life in Brooklyn. All she knows is squirrels. She loves chasing squirrels. So you can imagine when she saw the skunk, she was like, "Finally, a fat, slow squirrel. I'm finally gonna catch one of these things. Are they all this slow and fat up here? I'm gonna have a field day up here. Thank you for taking me to paradise." It was one of the wildest things. I've never felt worse for an animal. Me and my dog came out of my house and we walked around to the back of my property. My fucking property, guy. Goddamn thing was on my property. It was within my right. And I saw my dog see the skunk. I just saw it. I've never seen her more confident she was about to kill some shit in her entire life. She darted full speed, galloping straight at the skunk. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Skunks, they don't even move. Skunk could care less. Skunk kind of even looked at my dog with sympathy, like, somebody's about to fuck around and find out, you know, like, oh. And the skunk just started stretching, just getting ready, just stretching, waiting for my dog, lit up a cigarette, just waiting. As soon as my dog got close enough, skunk just slowly turned around, just cocked her magic diarrhea laser beam shit gun and fired a direct hit right into the nose of an animal that smells 1,000,000 times more than a human can. And then the skunk just walked away with a pimp limp like that, you know what I mean? Another motherfucker stepped up and found out, you heard, like, I try to tell these motherfuckers, how many of these motherfuckers I gotta bop. You fuck around, find out, you better ask somebody, motherfucker. Meanwhile, my dog is violently rolling on the grass. She started vomiting, I'm vomiting, everyone's vomiting. My dog looked at me with the most confused look I've ever seen an animal have. Like, what the fuck was that thing? What kind of squirrel was that? Did that thing just shoot me out of its asshole? Can you imagine the confusion? Be like if you were at a bar and some little guy started running his mouth. You just charged at him and he smirked at you like, and then he just turned around, pulled his pants down, and just fired an invisible shit missile that debilitated your whole body. You'd be like, what planet am I on? What is that thing? Who has that in their bag? If I had that power, I would be the biggest dick. I would start fights just for fun. I'd fight anybody. I'd fight a guy with cauliflower ear. I don't care. You know MMA? I don't care. I'm just kidding. Joking. Never fight a guy with cauliflower ear. You see cauliflower ear, that's basically an ADT security sticker for his face. You're like, that house is armed, let's go rob another one, you know? I feel like they should sell fake cauliflower ear. Just, if you're a little guy and you got a hot girlfriend, you're like, fuck that, I'm not getting fucked. Just put that thing on and if I can walk in, everything parts right to the bar. It's such a good defense mechanism. I can't believe nature only gave it to one animal. Why is there only one animal that has that power to repel predators? Like, you know what kind of a better world it would be? How much better humanity would be if you guys just had a third hole, just right in the taint, just a right in between the juice hole and the two hole, just a. Would you ever be scared, ever, if you just had built-in shit mace in your taint? Five guys start following you home. You'd like it. You'd be like, come on, get closer, get closer. Walk home alone, no fear in your heels. Five guys get close to you, just Charlie's Angels, everyone. You just walk home, light up a cigarette, fuck around and find out, asshole. You fuck around and you find out. I like crypto. You guys like crypto? Yeah. Yeah, crypto, is it money? Is it not? Crypto's kind of like the trans women are women of money. They both, like, is it? I believe it is. I believe they both are. They both got a lot in common, you know? Both of their value really depends on how much you're willing to believe that they are what they say they are. And they're both really difficult to explain to your parents, you know, like. Both very dependent on modern technology to exist. I don't know. My car got hit recently. My car got hit. I was in Philadelphia, at the Jersey Shore. You guys familiar with Philadelphia and how much they drink in the summer? They get so drunk. Nobody gets drunker than that. That's why they had to name their main convenience store Wawa. They had to name it a sound. They get so drunk they can't speak, so they just crawl into an Uber like, take me a Wawa, I know Wawa. Good sandwiches at Wawa. I just don't know why you got to be a computer programmer to order one. Person making your sandwich is standing right in front of you. You're like, can I get a turkey with cheese? They're like, yeah, you just got to go back there and learn Microsoft Outlook. And then you're like, just give me this sandwich. It's 2 a.m. I'm standing online behind a guy wearing a diaper with no shoes on. Just, I was doing shows in the Jersey Shore. While I was on stage, my car got hit by a drunk 21-year-old Jersey Shore girl. She ripped the entire back bumper off of my car. It was 2 a.m. when I got out there. No tow truck would come get me. They're like, we'll have to come tomorrow. So now I'm stranded in Jersey. I got to find a room for the night and stay, and figure it out the next day. So I go on the Hotel Tonight app to try to find a room. There's no rooms, no hotels. The only thing that was available was a single motel room. Yeah, now here's the deal. I don't stay in motels because I make more than $12,000 a year, you know? Like, I'm also trying not to get murdered in my sleep, and I'm not trying to kill a prostitute, so I'd like to live through the night. And I don't know about you, I have this little fetish when I stay in a room. I really like to know that on the other side of my room is still inside the building. I'm big on that. I don't know about you. I like to know that there's a hallway on the other side of my door, that we're in a building structure. I don't like to know that there's only 2 inches of wood between me and the crime rate of Philadelphia, you know? Like, I don't love finding an empty pack of Newports under my pillow. I'm not big on that. I don't love not being able to sleep because every time I close my eyes, a car pulls in and shines its headlights right on my face through a curtain from the 1970s that smells like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. I don't love having a bathroom window that's eye level behind a 7-Eleven gas station. So fentanyl addicts could just peer in and waiting for me to go to sleep. The whole night I stayed in this motel room, there was just a guy banging on my door. The whole night he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. So I called the cops and I was like, there's a guy threatening to kill me outside my door. And they're like, all right, we're on the way. Where are you? And I was like, I'm staying at this motel. And they were like, oh, dude, you're at a motel. It's how it goes, you know? Your motel, your room's outside. I mean, it's on public property. That guy can say whatever he wants. He's outside. Actually, your room is just as much in his space as he is in yours. He probably has a legitimate gripe. I lived through the night, you know, somehow I lived through the night. And I woke up in the morning and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fix my own car. I'm just gonna tie the bumper back on, drive home, and I'll deal with it when I get home. So I went to, Home Depot, and I went and I got a rope and I got a duct tape. And that's when I learned you can't ever just buy rope and duct tape, you know? If you ever need rope and duct tape for whatever reason, just make sure you pick up a 3rd and 4th item just to throw people off. And make sure that 3rd and 4th item isn't a tarp and a shovel. You know, you wanna maybe get some Vaseline and cereal just to throw people off. You don't wanna make it look like you just got hired by Jussie Smollett to do a fake hate crime, you know, like. And then I made mistake number 2. I put the rope and duct tape down. The woman at the cashier was just making small talk. She was like, are you from around here? And I was like, no. I'm actually staying at the motel up the road. At that point, I had a motel room, rope, and duct tape. I don't think a lot of people have been in that position in their life. Walking back to a motel, holding rope and duct tape, my mind just started fucking changing. I was going like, I got the rope, I got the duct tape, and I got the motel room. Should I go find that bitch that hit my car and murder her in my bathtub? And I did. I killed the girl in New Jersey. And I did it for you ladies, so you guys could have another true crime podcast episode to listen to. Yeah. Safe fear. Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming out. I hope you had a good time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Austin.